AITA for moving to another state with my daughter to avoid my harmful ex? This is a bit long and complicated, but I don't know who else to talk to. I, 28F, left my ex-husband, 30M, a few months ago, and I haven't told him where I went. I took our daughter, 6F, with me and cut off all contact with him. I know that sounds bad, but here's the whole story. My ex and I were married for almost 7 years. Things were great in the beginning, at least I thought so, but over time, he became more controlling and aggressive. He started picking arguments over small things, like the way I dressed or who I was talking to. He'd get very upset over things that seemed insignificant and would call me names, making me feel worthless. At first, it was just verbal insults, but then it escalated. I remember the first time he hit me. He was intoxicated, we were arguing, and he just snapped. After it happened, he broke down crying, apologizing over and over again, saying he'd never do it again. And I believed him. I stayed, thinking he could change, but it just got worse from there. The harmful behavior became a regular occurrence, both physical and emotional. He distanced me from my friends and family, making me feel like I had no one to turn to. The worst part? Our daughter witnessed it. She didn't see everything, but she knew something wasn't right. It broke my heart to see the fear in her eyes. That's when I knew I had to leave, but it wasn't easy. Every time I tried to go, he'd manipulate me into staying either by threatening to take our daughter or by convincing me he would change. Fast forward to a few months ago. After an especially violent incident, I couldn't take it anymore. I packed up what little I could, grabbed my daughter, and we left in the middle of the night. I moved to another state and changed our contact details. I didn't tell anyone where we were going, not even my closest friends, because I knew how persuasive my ex could be. He would have found us through them. Here's where I might be the bad person, though. I haven't told him where we are or allowed any contact between him and our daughter. I just don't trust him. He's already tried to contact me through mutual friends, accusing me of taking our child and calling me its bad mother. Some of my family and friends say I should have at least left a way for him to reach her, even if it's supervised, because a child should know their father. They think I'm making things harder for my daughter in the long run by completely cutting him off. But here's the thing, I'm afraid. I'm afraid he'll find us. I'm afraid he'll hurt me again, and most of all, I'm afraid of what he might do to our daughter. She's only 6, but she's been through so much already. I just want her to have a safe, stable life. I don't want to take her away from her dad, but every time I think about letting him back into her life, I feel overwhelmed with fear. I feel like I'm failing as a mother no matter what I do. AITA for taking her and leaving without a trace? Am I wrong for keeping her away from her father, or am I protecting her from something worse?